women.
If you put it on the show, I am going to talk about it.
Don't come after my bathtub.
Somebody rescue me quick.
That is a totally new face. That is a different face than last season. The least interesting storyline. So hello, I'm Ms.
I'm excited to be here.
This is my channel, and today I'm going to recap and review the first episode of the 4th season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Hi, Arctica. This is Arctica. She is a 17-year-old Bengal, and she does what she wants. I've really enjoyed how authentic and extra Salt Lake City has been, and I can't wait to see what the ladies are up to, especially without the influence of Jen Shah. I really can't wait to see how they act and interact without her. Before we dive into the episode, let's quickly recap the ladies, and I'm going to put them in the order of my favorite to watch to least favorite to watch. First and foremost, we have my favorite of the Salt Lake City housewives, Heather Gay. She is so awesome. I think that she is very sincere, authentic, and good-natured. She is the OG of SLC and Jones Beauty Lab and Laser. Last season, her focus was her book, Bad Mormon. Since then, it's gone on to become a New York Times bestseller, and I'm so proud of her. I really just enjoy her on my screen. Next we have Mary Cosby, rumored cult leader and definitely married to her step-grandfather. I'm listing Mary second, not because I like her, because I don't.
I just feel like her tequila tastes like water.
I just love to watch her. She is Bonkertown, and I am here for her brand of Hot Mess Express, specifically.
Women.
I'm not trying to ignore the fact that she runs a cult or has questionable opinions about all sorts of things.
She don't even know she's looking bread.
But unless it's brought up directly on the show, I am just going to enjoy her kooky fashion and kooky self in this context as much as I can. I put Meredith Marks and Lisa Barlow in the same spot at third because honestly, I thought Meredith Marks and Lisa Barlow were the same person for the first 2 seasons. Now they couldn't seem more different.
I like yachting.
But when I'm reading through the bios that they have on BravoTV.com, they sound so similar. They're both boss babes. They're both parenting their kids. They're both being a wife. They're both being Mormon. Their storylines, as outlined on BravoTV.com, are super family oriented too. Meredith is creating a podcast with her husband Seth, and Lisa is in a tizzy because her oldest son is leaving for a Mormon mission. Whitney is the last OG on this list, and she is the most exciting on paper with her stripper poles and her tattoos. But I found the mystery abuse storyline and the way that she was fighting with Heather last season just to be very tiresome, just exhausting. I hope that she's a little less convoluted this year. Her Bravo bio mentions a new jewelry line, but nothing about her skincare line, so I'm not sure if that's still a thing. And then we have our 2 newer wives. Angie was a friend of and is now a housewife. She owns hair salons with her husband, Sean. Her storyline this season is defending herself from salacious rumors about her marriage. I can't wait. I hope they're extra salacious. I hope they're juicy. I hope they're fantastical. And Monica Garcia. Monica is an excommunicated Mormon with 4 kids and a baby products business. They describe her as being in hot water with the ladies.
Who is the real Monica?
Let's get started. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 1. Fresh powder, fresh start. And we are back. In Bermuda? Oh, wow. The season opens with Heather on the phone. She's highly emotional. She's kicking production out of her room. We hear her shouting about trust being broken. We hear some dramatic voiceovers where she's yelling about everyone being betrayed. And then suddenly we are back in Utah and it is Mormon mob wives, y'all. Biblical quotes are flying. We are getting slow-mo walks. We're getting partial walk-offs.
Now this will be a straight walk-off.
Lots of snow. All of the housewives are dressed to the nines and ignoring each other, walking down the streets of Salt Lake City. The voiceovers are corresponding to the housewife, and every housewife is getting a different Bible verse. They are wearing sunglasses, fur, high heels. And then everything kind of devolves into a montage of arguments between the housewives. Lots of finger pointing, lots of yelling, and then we get a Meredith Marks, "You can leave" crescendo.
You can leave!
The editors for this show are doing so much, and we're not even 5 minutes in. Lots of snow, and we are at Sundance. And if it's Sundance, that can only mean one thing: the Queen of Sundance. Lisa Barlow is totally getting her boss babe moment on camera for us. We see her execute a party to perfection in 30 minutes. We see her move furniture around and tell us it's a perfect party. She loves it. Then she hops into an SUV with her husband. John always looks worried to me, just like mildly concerned all the time. Like, I don't think he ever fully relaxes.
Somebody rescue me quick.
Blah, 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 blah. This whole scene is establishing that Lisa is a concerned mother. Kids are growing, and he doesn't want to go to college because the Lord is telling him to go on this mission. Just for a quick trigger warning now. I know that all of the housewife blogs and recappers and even the housewives themselves say kids are off limits, but if you put it on the show, I am going to talk about it. So you have been warned. I can appreciate that Lisa as a mom wants to paint this as some selfless sacrifice that her son is making to go serve underprivileged people. But those of us without that parental gaze, we can totally see that he just wants to take a couple gap years and have minimal supervision, right? That's what the rest of us are seeing, I assume. But whatever, it's your storyline, Lisa. Now, we are with Heather, and she is shoveling snow on her sidewalk in these chunky high-heeled boots. And it's the sidewalk to her new house. Go Heather. Good for her. Good for Beauty Lab and Laser. And good for Bad Mormon. Her interview look is really cute too, a very Grecian goddess. That's very flattering, the asymmetry. Meredith pulls up and Heather tries to pawn off the sidewalk snow shoveling on, totally obliges, and is a very good sport. Meredith is so grating to me. I just don't like her voice. On paper, I should really like Meredith, but I just don't. I don't like her Brooks-based storylines, and I don't like her weird flat affect when she talks. It just feels very performative. Anyhow, she looks great in her new interview look. But that is a totally new face. That is a different face than last season. Just observing. She looks great. She totally looks like her own younger sister. In this scene though, she's pumping Heather up and being a really good friend. She may be annoying, but she's a good friend. Heather's second interview look is not great. It looks like someone wrapped her in a Gucci backpack or something. The necklace is perfect, her hair is beautiful, her skin looks amazing, but the bustier leaves a lot to be desired. Of course, she brings up Jen Shah right away and teases the black eye resolution. Everyone wants to know how she got that, like what happened. She updates Meredith on the status of her friendship with Whitney, and we flash back to a day earlier. The girls are sitting in a public park in the snow, in full glam, full makeup, completely designer outfits, as one does when one is a Salt Lake City housewife. And Heather's trying to reconnect with Whitney. Whitney honestly doesn't know if Heather really wants to be friends. Heather feels hopeful. Meredith does not feel hopeful regarding Whitney because Whitney has just gone to the press.
In the press.
About her creepy baths with Seth.
I'm dirty and creepy.
I just can't. I just can't. This is peak housewifery. This is peak housewifery. Meredith is mocking Whitney's accent.
Cooking dinner and having wine.
They both have ridiculous accents.
It's offensive.
Ridiculous. This is great. I'm with Heather. I thought this was hilarious. Meredith is a gangster when it comes to her bathtub.
Don't come after my bathtub.
And now we are in Park City with Meredith Marks at Meredith Marks. Oh no, not Mary.
I'm excited to be here.
Mary, and the editors are amazing. Amazing. We get a greatest hits voiceover from Mary as she struggles with the front door to Meredith's jewelry shop. Mary is so confused by the door. Mary does not want to hug Meredith at all. Meredith is determined to make it through the scene. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes with these ladies. I'm shocked that Mary is on my screen. Honestly, Our Lady of Hospital smell and having babies with your grandfather is here. All dressed up in couture. Her son is married. She had no idea. Peak Housewives. I don't understand what's going on in Mary's life, and apparently she doesn't either. The black fur coat is fun. Mary's spicy poop chat is fun. What is Angie wearing? They're at a bistro in a strip mall in Salt Lake City, just to be very clear. That is what is going on. This is so extra. Are those sunglasses specifically for snowboarding? I really hope that this outrageous fashion behavior continues. Okay, they're both moms. Who cares?
Somebody rescue me quick.
Monica was friends with Jen Shah. Got it. And she's being introduced to the friend group by Angie. Got it. Lisa Barlow slinks in. She knows Monica from Jen Shah also. We get the skinny on Monica and how she knew Jen and what she did for Jen and what they talked about and how she got a Secret Service heads up before they raided the parking lot at Beauty Lab and Laser. And we find out that she was a witness in Jen's federal trial. She is totally an insider. Angie looks a little severe in her all red talking head. I know what she was going for, but it fell just a little bit short. Back at the table, Angie is bragging about her purse. Lisa is gonna go ahead and plug that Vita tequila by ordering a Vita cocktail.
I just feel like her tequila tastes like water.
Is that a margarita? What is that? Monica copies the other girls' orders. Angie orders what Lisa orders, and Monica orders what Angie orders. Monica talks about her divorce, both of her marriages to the same man, and having an affair with her brother-in-law, and then kid chat, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about your kids. Sorry. The least interesting storyline. Monica looks really good. Her fillers look great. The fashion is flattering. We get 2 different interview looks from her in this scene, and they both look amazing. The hot pink and the black. Back at the restaurant, everyone is enjoying their Vita cocktail and referencing it by name. Those are good friends that'll pump up your product on camera. Monica thinks Lisa talks too much. Angie thinks Lisa should learn to cook. Monica hates happy couples. It feels like it's a single mom jealousy thing, but then the whole scene gets
really dark.
Because Monica starts alluding to everyone's
Dark secrets.
Apparently, she has all sorts of dirt on the cast because of the loose-lipped and conniving Jen Shaw. What is she going to reveal? Dun dun dun. Now we're going to Heather's fresh start party and everything looks gorgeous. She's got snacks, she's got staff, she's got big old balls. It's a beautiful brunch and the ladies start to arrive. Whitney's first and she is with a gaggle of civilians. All of the non-cast friends are super excited for their moment on camera and really went all out with full makeup, full wardrobe. They are ready and they really showed out for Heather and for this event. Mary Cosby rolls up with Meredith and Whitney is shocked. Mary is unengaged. Lisa shows up and she brought Angie and Monica. Angie and Heather have beef because Angie said that she thought Heather got her mysterious black eye from scissoring with Jen Shaw. Back in the gossip zone, we get some tea from Monica about the Heather and Jen Shaw friendship. So supposedly, Jen constantly trashed Heather, which isn't really that hard to believe. We all saw how mercurial she was. Moving the party outside, everyone gets offered some banana bread. I would personally suggest that those ladies load some carbs into their temple so they can enjoy all of the champagne that Heather has on offer. Mary's presence is just shocking everyone. Apparently, Mary has been sending out some very sassy texts. That is one bold cult leader. Mary Cosby, text me. I want nasty texts from Mary Cosby. That sounds like a riot. Champagne is popped. Heather wants to announce a fresh start. All of the bullying online, Jen going to federal prison, it's been stressful. They need to support each other. Then we get a weird conversation where Mary asks Heather how she's feeling now that Jen has gone to prison. Mary totally victim blames Heather in her relationship with Jen and tells Heather exactly how she feels about their relationship. But Heather just wants to move on. Meredith pulls Lisa over and lectures her in that monotone, droning voice of hers about something and asks her to go out the following week to talk about the things that they need to talk about. I tuned out. Marshmallows are roasted. No one has read Heather's book. Heather is annoyed by Angie kissing Lisa's ass. Whitney and Heather joke about smoking weed together. Heather makes a joke about them doing ketamine together, and it doesn't land like a joke, and I don't think it's a joke. Whitney looks great in her white dress and her talking head. That's a tricky configuration, and it looks great on her. Oh, here we go with Meredith being upset with Whitney for going to the press about her creepy baths.
It's offensive.
Heather runs away to make s'mores. Meredith calls Whitney a liar and doesn't want her marriage or her bathroom attacked. Whitney stands by her bathing preferences. Meredith expresses concern for body paint getting into Whitney's vagina. Thoughtful. In spite of all this concern, they're not exactly sure how to move forward, and they decide to table the conversation, and the whole party turns their attention to Heather's balls. Heather's balls are being provided by AJ, and Mary refuses to participate. Everyone, except Mary, gets a cooler of balls, and the girls start chunking snowballs at each other. It starts out soft, and then it pretty quickly ramps up to a real snowball fight. The ladies get savage. Mary, as is the norm, is inside alone and confused. The producers literally set her up on a chair so she could overlook the snowball fight and talk to herself about it. amazing. And with that, another season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has begun. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your eyeballs on my channel. Please subscribe and comment, and I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.
H before beauty coat cheese.